We want to welcome every one of you to tonight's orientation.
Recording in progress.
Hi, welcome, Jean. This orientation is designed to give you clear navigation on how to maximize the remount opportunity by applying a simple system to grow your business and help people in your team have great success as well. My name is Anna Kim, and it is my pleasure to introduce you to Tuesday night Remon orientation. I was a stay-at-home mom for 7 years until I decided to do something for myself and do more than just be a mom of 3 kids. And the goal started off as just making a few extra $100 a month. And almost 3 years later, it turned into something where I can make a full-time income, work part-time from home, and still be there to pick up my kids from school and take them to their classes every day. So we are excited that you have decided to join and partner with Remon and have taken the most important step, which is to attend orientation training. If this is your first or second orientation, it will help you get started without any guesswork. And if you've been doing Remon for a while, joining these calls are perfect for teaching you how to do the presentation and how to help your team get started. So I encourage you to take some notes, as this orientation will help you launch and plan out your business. During orientation, we're going to be going over a few different agenda items. First of all, we want to officially welcome you to Remon. Secondly, we're going to be explaining the support system you're going to have as you start your Remon opportunity. Thirdly, we're going to be going over how to launch your business properly, as well as help you teach your team how to launch their business successfully as well. And lastly, we'll be going over some of the exciting events, promotions, calendar, and upcoming things that are going to be happening in the month of October. So we'll be going over some announcements as well. Now, for those of you who are brand new to Remon, I want to recap on who Remon is. So Remon was established in Korea in 2018, so it has a short 7-year history. And in Korea alone, they've done over 2.5 billion in revenue, became the #1 Korean beauty brand in Korea, which is an extremely competitive market to capture. In the small country of Korea, with a population of just over 51 million, they sold over 40 million bottles of our skincare products. And we brought this incredible brand and started the global expansion beginning in North America just over 2 years ago. Since then, we have launched Taiwan, Hong Kong, and recently, a couple months ago, we launched our first country in Latin America and opened up Mexico, as well as Singapore and Malaysia as well. We just launched the Philippines, and a few days ago, we launched the UK, which is our first European country. And we are also planned to launch Japan later this year. And in just over 2 years, we've been able to launch and expand to 10 different countries. And next year, we'll be expanding to Italy, Spain, Ireland, Colombia, Chile, and Peru. And maybe you don't know anyone in Ireland right now, but you don't know who your team knows. So as the company grows their footprint globally, I want you to recognize that your opportunity with Remon will grow as well. Some of the images you see on the right of our lab and village resort on Jeju Island. And actually currently, a lot of our directors and senior directors and national directors are all headed there now for our yearly, director retreat. On the top right, you can see our North American headquarters here in Irvine, California. And at the bottom is a photo from one of our conventions in Las Vegas, where thousands came to train, celebrate, and be inspired. Now, Remon is a very special company that focuses on rethinking, reimagining, and redefining everything we do is different. As you get to know the company, you will see that not only are the products different, it is the core philosophies, the price, the business model, and the people you get to associate with. Every aspect of the company is different, and it's the difference that you're going to love. And we welcome you to start the journey with us at Remon. The first support system that you're going to want to get familiar with is our website, remon.com. Remon.com is where you'll be able to do everything you need to start, order, manage, and grow and run your business. At remon.com, you'll be able to roll new distributors, enroll new customers, order and manage products, do sales management, team performance management, get business and marketing tools, and commission reports, and more. One exciting thing about Remon.com is that it is a global platform to unite all the countries into one seamless domain. So if you have a planner in, let's say, Mexico, they will be able to experience the same checkout and back office as you do. And so it's easy to train and help them get set up and get started. Now, the company is continually updating and their marketing materials and tools that you can use. And I think you'll find this all-in-one website to be super helpful in running and growing your business. Now, I want to briefly introduce you to Rimon's My Office. When you log into your account, you are going to see your own office, and this is called My Office. It'll show you the progress of where you are, how much you need to do to become the next rank of manager to double your commission, how much you need to do to become a senior manager and triple your commission, and how much you need to do to become a team leader to quadruple your commission. And you're going to be able to monitor that all here. The personal snapshot shows how many people are in your team and how many customers you have introduced. So on the left side, it'll show your current month, and on the right side, it'll show your lifetime or all-time numbers. You can see your top retailer and unit level eligibility. You can see your travel points and monitor your global regional sales reports. You're also going to be able to manage all the volume and all the activities of your team through various reports and genealogy, which is super helpful in managing your team and volume. Now, the website also makes it super easy to share the products and share your business through your own personalized website. You will have the ability to create your own personalized domain. So for here, we'll take the example of Steve Herr. So Steve Herr could name his domain steveherr.remon.com, and Steve Herr can then share their link with their friends, family, or customers on their social media platform really easily. And customers can create an account and people can enroll into the business, and your referral link will credit that all back to you. Now, there is a personal customer report where you can also view all their auto ships or their lifetime spend, so you can kind of gauge where they're at and shoot them a quick call or message to follow up on their orders or even potentially convert them to a planner. So there's a lot of things you can do on Remon.com, and we encourage you to get familiar with the website and go through all the functions that you can access to utilize and grow your business. You can even create customized shopping bags for your customers to click, and it has a curated shopping bag that you have created just for them. We also have the ability to do that for specific countries as well. So if you have a customer in, let's say, Singapore, you can create a separate shopping bag for Singapore only. Now, there is another part of the website we want you to get familiar with, which is called the Drive. The Drive is where you can find all the marketing materials and business tools that you need. You can find product sheets and brochures that have information on the product functions, key ingredients, how to use the products, and benefits for you to learn and share with your customers and potential prospects. You can find more marketing tools, company videos, and other business tools all under the Drive, and you have full free access to these tools to help build your business. You also have access to past product university training videos. And these are a great resource because they take a deep dive into the ingredients and how each product works. After you get familiar with Remon.com and the Drive, you want to launch your business in a very successful way. You want to launch your business with the proper guidelines to make sure that you are doing the right activities at the right time to maximize the results of your business. The first thing you want to do when you start your business is create a simple business plan. Think of it like building a house. You wouldn't start hammering nails or putting up walls without a clear blueprint. You need a plan that shows what you're building and how each part fits together. It's the same with your Remon business. A basic plan helps you stay focused, avoid distractions, and actually help you move forward instead of second guessing every step. We've made it easy for you. So there's a document in the Drive that breaks it down into a simple 4-step plan. You can print it out and fill it in, and with no overthinking, no guessing. It's designed to help you get clear, get moving, and build momentum right from the start. So everyone who starts this business should take the time to create their own blueprint. This is your foundation, and it's how you set yourself up for success. When you're feeling overwhelmed or unsure where to start, pause for a second and get some clarity. Take a moment to write down your plan, not just where you are now, but where you want to go. That way, even if you take a few detours, you'll still know what direction you're heading. So start by asking yourself, what do the next 3 to 6 months look like? Do you want to make a few hundred extra dollars to cover bills or a car payment? Or are you aiming to replace your full-time income? Either way, there's no right or wrong answer. There's no right or wrong goal. This is your business, and your daily actions will shape your results. And then take a step back and think bigger. In 2 to 5 years, if everything went right, if you really committed, built the skills, and stayed consistent, what could this become? What kind of life could you create? Let yourself dream a little because your brain will rise to the challenge when you give it a bold vision. But here's the key. You need to know why you're doing this. Like Jim Rohn said, if the why is powerful, the how becomes easy. So really think about the reason. Maybe it's your kids, your freedom, your retirement, or maybe you just want to prove to yourself that you can do this. That why is what will keep you going on the hard days when motivation fades and things get tough. And yes, the doubts will show up. Thoughts like, what if I fail? But here's the better question for you. What if you don't? What if you actually succeed? I've had those thoughts, but I leaned into the confidence of leaders in this business until I built my own confidence. The thing about confidence is you you don't psych yourself and mentally have confidence before you start. You don't say, I'm not going to start until I become confident. It's the opposite. Confidence has everything to do with doing it scared. It's the doing, even with fear, that will give you the confidence. So, whatever your reason is for building your Riemann business, just know this, you're not doing it alone. You've got support. You've got people here who believe in big goals, and we really want to see you win. So take your time with this document, fill it out, revisit it, tweak it as you grow, and share it with your upline leaders. Write down the date you finish each step and then celebrate that step because momentum builds and you're already in motion. Now, let me talk about one of my favorite events of the year. Last month, I told a story about how when I was growing up, my parents had a business that required them to work 365 days of the year. And family vacations were rare. So, one of my personal whys is to have the freedom to travel with my kids as much as I can. And doing Riemann allows me to do exactly that. But the best part is that once a year, we get to qualify for a free trip to an all inclusive resort. I've taken my family on every trip Riemann has done, and let me tell you, my kids are so spoiled and they think it's normal to have a yearly all expense paid for trip where they can eat all the hot dogs and nachos poolside, and they love these trips. And my husband, you'll only see him at the fun stuff because he's usually on daddy duty, but the team leaders before convention, he's there, and Riemann retreats, he's there. So it's fun. Trust me, it's fun. But it's also a place where you get to connect with all the top leaders in the company, pick at their brains, recharge, and get trained and inspired. And I'm obsessed. Now, there are different tiers to qualify depending on certain sales volumes or rank advancements. So the goal is always to hit the top one, which is tier 4. It's a trip for two and up to $1,000 in airfare reimbursement. That way you can bring your husband or your favorite child or your situationship. Hey, you do you. We don't judge here at Riemann. I don't know if that's allowed, but I think it's allowed. So how do you earn travel points? It's pretty simple. Customer sales is one. You earn 5 travel points for every $100 or $139 for my Canadian friends that your customers spend. Or if you have 40 active customers for the month, you can earn 100 travel points. Note that this isn't lifetime customers, it's active customers for the month. Sponsoring new members with starter kits can also help you gain travel points. Advancing ranks to senior manager, team leader, or director gets you travel points. And if you maintain certain volumes as leaders, you can easily get travel points as well. The goal here with these retreats is to try to gain points in every single area. You're doing these activities anyway, so it's a no-brainer to just push a little bit and push a little harder to make sure you get that free vacation for yourself and your loved ones. Honestly, it's so much fun. So who's going to join us in Costa Rica this year? If you've qualified or if you're pushing to qualify, type I'm going in the chat. Yeah, let's go. So now it is my honor to introduce to you a very sweet and special woman. She is a retired educator who is using her expertise in teaching and leadership to help teach others to build their Riemann businesses as well. I can't wait for you to hear her story. So please welcome top producing team leader, Linda Hernandez, to this call.
Thank you so much, Anna. I'm so glad to be here tonight with all of you. First of all, I want to say welcome to Riemann, and thank you so much, Anna, for all that information. I just want to plug this in. When I first joined Riemann, I made sure to jump on every orientation call I could. And I was washing dishes, listening to all of them. So everything I was doing, I would jump into the orientation call. So I highly recommend that this not be your only one, but you try to get on as many as you can so you can, just get all the information and all the goodness. So all the calls that you can jump on, I promise you, you're going to learn so much. As Anna said, I am a retired educator. I was in the classroom for 30 years. And if you had told me a year ago that one day I'd be on this call talking about skincare, I would have said, no way, not me. My story actually started with weight loss. I lost about 115 pounds. My story has nothing to do with skincare, actually. I was working towards being healthier, and somehow that journey led me to Remon, right? We all want to change our face some way, shape, or form. And so when that weight loss was happening, I was like determined to just, be the healthiest I could be. And let me tell you, I had no plan, especially of ever selling a single thing. I just wanted to try the products, and that was it. But for those of you who have already used Remon, all I can say is hooked after about a day, right? My skin started glowing. I finally achieved that glass skin glow that everybody was, looking for, including myself. And feeling the need to share immediately, right? Now that my skin was glowing, feeling the need to share with people, and also just being asked all the time, okay, why do you look different? Why is your skin glowing, right? And I realized at that moment, I wasn't selling, but rather I was just sharing something I loved. And 3 weeks later, I became a manager just by talking about it. And a week and a half later, I became a senior manager. And within 10 months, I was a team leader. And I had 78 planners on my team. And one of them being my 80-year-old mom. Yes, my mama is a senior manager, and she is proof that this business is truly for everyone. Doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter what you're doing. Even if you have a full-time job, you can still make this happen. And here's the fun part. I did all of this with zero social media. No reels, no stories, no hashtags, just real results and real passion. And if I can do this, I think anyone here can. I have like 200 friends on Facebook and I have like 20 followers on Instagram. And those are all my daughter's friends. But my point is I did all of this without any social media. And so here's the truth. And moving on into the products are the best. There's just no comparison. And my advice, because I tried it all, okay? I tried it all. You name it, I spent it, I tried everything. My advice to everyone starting out here tonight is try it all and love it all. Okay. Every single line Remon offers is amazing. The Incel Derm, the makeup, Incel Derm makeup, the Boda Lab, the lightening products, and when you fall in love with the products, that excitement is naturally going to overflow into everything you do. Everyone you talk about, I promise I've sold skincare at a restaurant, right? I've said, hey, how old are you? You need skincare. I'll be here tomorrow with your package. So I promise you just talk about it. It just naturally flows because you're so in love with the product. Um, the only way to really be successful, I feel, is to just have that passion, believe in what you're sharing. And that's how you connect, and that's how you build, and that's how you grow your business. So my advice tonight is keep going. You just started, start today, reach out to someone and just someone you love and just share the product. I promise all my friends, all my family, everyone in my family is already, it's funny because, and I've told this story before, I'm at a restaurant sitting with my friends and all of us at the table use Remon. And it's because of me, right? And so all of us now have had that experience, or if you just ordered your ritual and you're excited to share it, I promise you everyone is going to love it. Your goal is to rank and then rank again and don't stop. Okay. Don't let fear stop you for sure. Keep learning, keep sharing, and just let your results tell your story. If a retired teacher with no social media can build a team of as many as I have, including an 80-year-old mother, in less than a year, then so can you. And so I just want to thank you all so much. I'm so grateful for the invite tonight to be able to share, always available. I know that all of us here are available to help anyone and everyone with whatever questions you might have tonight. And next, we get to hear from somebody who truly leads with heart. And when you see this beautiful lady, she's beautiful inside and out. It's my pleasure to just welcome Katie Martin. She is a coach. She's a motivational speaker, and she loves K-beauty just like all of us here tonight. And she's a gifted makeup artist. I've seen all of her videos, and she is a Remon leader who pours her talent and love into helping others grow. And I know her story is going to inspire you tonight. So we welcome you, Katie.
Thank you so much, Linda. You are such an inspiration to all of us. And I just love that it's an honor to get to work with you and all of the people here on the call tonight. So welcome. Tonight is about you guys, though. You guys are just here joining, and this is your first little dipping your toe in the Remon waters, and you're going to love it here. This is such a family-oriented space, and so I just wanted to welcome everyone and say thank you for having me on the call tonight. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about, first of all, I'm a mom. I'm a single mom. I live in the beaches of Florida, in the panhandle of Florida. And I have been with the company since a little over 18 months now. And I'm a team leader. This was not my first direct sales experience. I did come from a makeup company, so the fact that we have makeup now as part of our House of Remon is super exciting for me. And I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the makeup promos that we have this month. So I'm excited about that. So I'm 47 years old, and skincare was just a natural fit for me. It just became more and more part of the conversation of just caring for myself. And I knew it was something that the people that I was already serving with makeup um, really were needing. I felt like I was a very acne prone person my whole life, and I thought that makeup was sort of the only um, get out of jail card that I had, that I just cover it up, you know? And so now that I'm able to heal my skin and I understand the philosophies of what makes K-beauty so special and unique, I've really just embraced it. It just makes so much sense to me. And I love educating and helping other people kind of come to that beautiful reality too. So that's just a little bit about me. If you hear two little French bulldogs in the background wrestling around, it's the witching hour, and this is the time that they just like to go crazy. So I apologize that this is just happening all in the same room. If I put them out, they'll just scratch at the door and it'll just get worse. So I just let them go. All right, but tonight we're going to talk about how to rank and how to become a leader. So let me share my screen here with you and get on the right page here. Hopefully you guys can see this a bit about launching your business. Shake your head if you can see this. PowerPoint makes me break out in hives. So I just, I can talk all day, but it's the PowerPoints that are always going to make me start to sweat. Okay, so we're going to talk about becoming a senior manager, which is really I think, the foundation rank in this company, because it means that you've hustled enough that you've got some real skin in the game. And it's sort of that point of no return, like, hey, man, I can really do this. So the first rank, however, is, well, obviously you join and you're a planner and you make a 10% rebate on everything that you buy and sell, and everything that your customers buy as well. And then if you sign up some people, maybe you don't have to sign up new planners. You can just sell product. That's another option. And you hit 3,000 SP, and SP stands for sales points. You will bump that commission and that rebate up to 20%. And you have to do that within a 3-month calendar window. So what that means is that you'll take a 3-month snapshot. So if you started in October, you're counting October, November, December. And then once you hit we're into January, the October volume falls away. Now we're talking about November, December, January. So any 3 month snapshot is what we're looking to achieve that goal in. And it's something to be mindful of, because if you feel like you're getting very close to your goal, maybe you're $250 away from that $3,000 mark, but your first month you sold 1,000, that 1,000 might be on the chopping block. So it's important that you really do study your back office and get on these orientation calls. I will also say, in addition to PowerPoint, presenting on the compensation plan also makes me break out in hives. So if you're not a compensation plan guru, that's okay. You got to lean into the stuff that makes you a little uncomfortable if you want to grow. So here I'm sweating. It's okay. It's okay. So for me, the only way I'm going to learn this is by leaning into presenting it to all of you. And the only way you're going to learn this is if you keep showing up to the calls and you keep asking questions. And so learning about the 3 month snapshot, learning about getting into your back office, and really just paying attention and saying, I really want to be great at this. I really want to be great at this. So I'm going to start paying attention to these things is really, really a good idea. So it's the same thing with senior manager. We're trying to get to a high commission. Our mentor, the great Tim Herr and Chris Kim, they always say, and Danny Bay, they always say, don't make the company's minimums your maximums. So you want to get into the maximum commissions. If I'm going to be out there hustling, I want to make the best commission rate possible on my effort. So getting into the 25, 30, 40% commission brackets, that's where we need to be. That's where we're really going to start having options with our life, right? So getting to senior manager means that same 3 month snapshot, you want to hit 6,000 sales points. 6,000 sales points in 3 months' time. You can do it. You absolutely can do it. And you have to set a goal date. So you see on this game plan how it says goal date and achievement date. One of my mentors always said to me, you cannot hit a goal you can't see. So you have to put a buy when on things. Otherwise, you'll just stay in learning mode forever. If you don't put yourself a nice, healthy goal, realistic, and it should be within those 3 months, obviously, it should be a goal date, but maybe you say, I can blow that out of the water and do it way sooner, right? So for me, I'll just say personally, when I joined, I had never tried the skincare on my face, but I knew that the opportunity was juicy. It was brand new in North America. And so I felt like when the person that told me about this, I felt like that I was getting a hot stock tip. Like if I didn't jump on it that minute, that it was going to blow right by me and I was going to be left, in the wind. And so I said yes. And then I started calling people. And before my product even arrived on my door, I had signed up 10 people and they all bought the $300 little pack that I did. So I hit manager within just a few days and I didn't even have any product yet, just because I was talking so excitedly about the opportunity. So if you just signed up today, do not let not having product in your hands stop you from calling on the people that you know and sharing your excitement. I'll tell you, it is definitely like, if it can hit you like a hot stock tip, it's going to hit somebody else that way too. Okay. And then of course, we're going to celebrate that achievement date as well. Okay. So next, let's get into the nitty gritty about senior manager. So 2,000 SP per month times 3 months, that's a good pace, right? So if you want to put yourself on a pacing scale, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, that gets you there, right? Or you could do 6,000 anytime. Anytime. You could get 6,000 in your first week, your first 10 days, your first, 14 days, whatever. You can also, and this is what counts to get you to that qualification number, your personal orders, your personal customer orders, your first level distributor orders. So all those 10 people that I had signed up before I even got the product, all of their kits counted toward my rank management. And then the first levels distributors customer orders. Is that a mouthful or what? But what that tells you is that you are not needing to get to that 6,000 all by yourself. You're going to have some help. If you start getting on the phone and telling people about this, you're going to have lots and lots of help. You also have to have an active 3 customers in the system every single month. And that's easy. That is so easy. That just means that you have 3 people buying something. There's no minimum order. It's just one person buying one thing. So, that is a very, very easy mark to hit. So that shouldn't even be a thought in your head. Okay, so then let's talk about the senior manager commission. The personal and first level 25% base commission, and then you get an additional 5% senior manager open group, and then unlimited levels of commission when you unlock 4 levels of unilevel with 1,000 SP and 10 customers. That is so much information. I'm hiving. I'm hiving and sweating. It's okay. So what this really means, and this is the best way I can explain it to you simply, is if you're at 10% as a planner and 20% as a manager, you're really kind of gunning for this 30%. And it's divvied up a little bit between a 25% base commission and a 5% senior manager open group, which combined makes about like a 30% commission. And then when you get the 1,000 SP and 10 customers, you then unlock, and that has to be done in every 30 days. Within that first 30-day period of time, every 30 days, if you get 10 personal customers and $1,000 in SP, you're going to unlock unilevel commission, which means that you're going to get paid on anybody underneath of you. And it's a certain percentage throughout those 4 levels. Okay. Also, let's say you're just a selling machine. You're just a personal selling machine. It doesn't end there. You have the ability as a senior manager to earn up to 40% commission, which is team leader pay, which is the rank above you. You have the ability to get to that mark by you personally being a selling machine. So I'm so sorry. Come here. You're stuck under the bed? Always
Katie,
something.
I don't mean to interrupt. Can you press play at the top?
Yes. Yes, I can. How's that? Is that better?
There you
Bigger
go.
numbers? Okay, thank you. I need all the help I can get when it comes to the technology. Okay, so then what we're talking about being a selling machine is 2,000 sales points and 20 customers in that month unlocks an additional 5%. If you hit a 4,000 sales points and 40 personal customers, you get an additional 10%. So now you're at that 40% commission rate. Amazing, right? That's the money we're really talking about here, okay? And then there's also a 12.5% cash rebate and a 12.5% Remon dollar rebate. That is if you are logging into your back office and you're placing a personal order for a product that you need for yourself, and you are ordering not as a customer, but you are ordering as Linda Hernandez planner. You're going to get that paid back half in Remon dollars, which is product credit, and half in a cash rebate. I hope that makes sense. And then you still get your additional 5% senior manager open group rebate. Okay, phew. Next slide. All right. So this is just another way of looking at exactly what I just told you, but with different scenarios kind of playing out here. So here you are, you're a senior manager, you have 30% commission, and let's just say that you've got what do you get paid on a customer that's enrolled to you? Okay, so what you get paid on a customer that is enrolled to you is the 30 to 40%, depending on what a rock star you are at that single month. Okay. So then if let's say you've got a planner that's under you that's enrolled to you, somebody that joined you in the business on that day one because you called them and said, I have the hot stock tip and it's Remon, you're going to get paid 20% on them as well, which is incredible. And so what that really is 15 plus 5. So this is how that open group senior manager commission is broken down a little bit further. If you have a Remon manager that is underneath of you, they get their 10%. And you get still your 30%, and you make 10% off of them. And then let's say that you have somebody that is a senior manager underneath of you, you'll make 5% on them, and you still make obviously your 30%. So there are so many little check marks all over the place here. I'm not sure why that is happening. Okay, let's get into this stuff that's easy peasy for me to talk about. I hope that you guys really understood the senior manager thing. Guys, I cannot stress enough. It's something that you should be able to just blow right past. And I'm just going to tee up our next presenter by saying, if you want to win in this business, if you can understand how to get to senior manager and then just duplicate that throughout your team, you will become a senior director, national director. It is literally just multiplication on that system, okay? How many senior managers can you make? If you can do it for yourself and then you can teach somebody to do it, Linda did it. She taught her 80-year-old mother to do it. duplicate, 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 follow the system, and you will have a huge, beautiful, robust team and lots of faces changed and lots of dollars in the bank. That sounds pretty great, right? Okay, let's talk makeup for a minute. So we have our ICD Insilderm makeup line, which is comprised of our beautiful cushions and our set and spray setting spray. We have the lip oil, and we have these beautiful lip butters. So these butters are really unique and interesting formula. They do tint your lip, but they offer either a velvet kind of a finish or a matte finish. But you can take that and add our clear lip oil, which is infused with collagen, and just make that lip a nice, shiny, glossy lip without it being sticky or having any kind of sting. It does offer a little bit of a plumping effect if you like that, without being like stingy, if you don't like that feeling. Okay, so we have just introduced 3 new shades. I've been stalking the mailman. This is so generous of the company to be able to offer planners a first opportunity to purchase product ahead of our customers. And this is such a genius move on the part of the company because they want to empower us with the products so that we can then go sell them. This is a theme. You need to write this down. You cannot sell anything that you don't show. If you don't have it in your arsenal of products to show, you are not going to sell it. That's plain and simple. So if you're not investing in our consumable collagen drink, but you want to sell that, good luck. It's going to be tougher for you to do that. You can talk about the features and the benefits, but I'm going to tell you here right now, in this business, it's about your truth. It's about your truth. It's about your story and your truth. And guess what? You can't screw that up because it's yours. You can never screw that up. So by creating a story based on your experience with the products, that is how you sell the thing. It is not based on a PDF or a brochure that you can't, like Jermaine Johnson always says, you can't wipe a brochure on someone's face. You can't wipe a brochure on your face and get a result. It doesn't work that way. So by having these products, you are going to have the ability ahead of time to showcase them to your customers, and then come time for them to be launched to the public, you're going to have a whole lot more authentic things to say about them. So we have Sunset Canyon, Coral Lace, and and Cherry Pink. I am so excited. All of the ones that we've seen so far have been amazing, and I can't wait for these 3 new ones. So this little pre-sale is open until tomorrow night for planners. And I think there might be some bundle maximums, like only so many that you can buy. But the sponsor of the person that's purchasing these is going to get travel points to go to Costa Rica, which is awesome. Okay, so let's just look quickly at some of these bundles. So this is a buy 3, get 1 free. So you can get the lip tints in all 3 of the colors, and then you get a balm stick free. If anybody knows the goods on this balm stick, it is like, it's an occlusive. So what that means, it's almost like if you've ever used like an Aquaphor stick, but it has gorgeous anti-aging benefits in it. So it's way, 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 way better than any stinky old Aquaphor stick. And it's something that as we go into the winter months, every man, woman, child, young and old should have one in their pocket, in their purse, next to their bed, in their car. So buy 10 of them and you will be a happy person. Okay. The next bundle includes our cushion, which is incredible. And I'm just going to say, for any of you guys who have not tried this yet, I am a makeup girly. Okay, I've tried it all. I used to be romanced as a teenager walking down the drugstore aisles, and then it was the Sephora aisles. And now I go into those places and I snicker under my breath because what I have is so much better than what they have. Okay, and it's funny because I still will go to Sephora or those places and I'll buy it. I'm just, old habits die hard, but I buy it because I'm like, tell me this is better. I challenge you. It's not better. And every single time it does actually give me such peace of mind and just such conviction knowing that what I have is truly so much better than what is readily available, and that they have to go through me to get it, which is so beautiful. So being able to educate people on skincare infused makeup, which is not a replacement. I really want to caution you guys on how when you deliver the makeup to people, it's not a substitute. We're not trying to say, oh, just use the makeup and don't use your skincare. One is not a replacement for the other. It's like brushing and flossing. One enhances the other. You don't go to the dentist and only floss, right? This is the floss. We got to brush daily with our skincare to be able to get the result. But if you're going to put two makeups on a platter and say this one has really, really good for your skin benefits and this one's just plain old makeup, which one are you going to spend your money on? Of course, this one is a no-brainer, right? So I love that if you've not tried any of our makeup yet, this is an amazing time, an amazing bundle for you to get your hands on, because you're going to try the setting spray, the lip oil to make those lips nice and glossy and shiny. You get a lip butter of your choice plus a cushion. And now we're going to talk a little bit more about our starter kits. These are our starter kits for October. Now listen up. What did I just say? You cannot sell what you don't have. You can't. It's so difficult. So if you don't have product to show, you don't have a business, baby. I'm sorry. And I'll just say it this way. It's about taking this seriously. If you want to get a serious big girl or big boy paycheck, you have to treat this like a serious big girl, big boy job. Okay. If you want this to be just some little silly little hobby or whatever, then you're probably not going to make an investment the way that you should if you want that big paycheck. Okay. So it's like a gym membership. If the gym that you go to is $0 up front and it's $10 a month and it's open 24/7 and you can go anytime you want, and then the one that's next door to it is $500 a month, but the people that are walking out of that gym all have six-pack abs, and the people that are in the zero money down gym are kind of, there's nobody there because they're like, I'll do it tomorrow. It's not costing me anything. That's the mentality. That's the mentality in all of this, right? Where are you going to prioritize showing up to? The one that you're spending the money on, the one that you're invested in, you're like, I'm putting the money out there. I want the results, honey. And so that is the same mentality with investing in starter kits. Once I had my little kit, that's what I did. I was like, ooh, I need to try it, make sure I love it and whatever. And so I bought the little $300 thing. And before my 30 days was up, I went back in and I bought myself a mega starter kit, because I was like, I want the hair care, I want the body care, I want the consumables, I want everything. I want it all. I want to sell it all. I know it's a classy company with it. I mean, we had 2.5 billion reasons in Korea why we knew it was going to work. This is not like hang the disco ball and like, let's see if somebody shows up. No, we have all the data. It's a party. We have it. It's here. So I just want to implore you, before your 30 days is up, do not sleep on this. Get yourself some product. It's the holidays. People are in a festive mood. Last year at Christmas time, I threw this pajama party where everybody came in their Christmas pajamas and we all just got ready for bed together. I don't know about you, but my girlfriends were like, I'm coming to this Christmas party. I don't want to get dressed up. I don't want to put my makeup on. I want to come and have a little glass of champagne in my pajamas, and when I leave, I'm ready to go to bed. I can just crawl in bed and that's it, lights out. So there's one quick idea of how you can use your products to create a magical Christmas moment for you and your friends and family. So I am going to get out of the way now and stop sweating over these slides. Did I get to the last one? There are Canadian kits, of course, and the United States kits, of course, and I think that is it. Now we are going to hear from another rock star. I'm so glad that you guys put up with me. That was so kind of you. Let me stop sharing. And I am going to hand it over to a very special lady, and I do have notes on her. I don't want to get this wrong because she is a very official, amazing woman. We have, oh no, okay, here we go. Dr. Diane Roxborough, who I don't know personally yet, but I'm so thrilled to want to know because she's a Florida girl like me. So, living in Gainesville, Florida, she's been in the healthcare industry for 25 years. She suddenly had to close a 7-year-old beauty skincare business, but Riemann was to the rescue. God just came in and said, I got something even better for you, honey. And so she did a beautiful, graceful pivot and got a second chance for her family. And she's had tremendous success here. And I am just so thrilled to bring the next section of our evening to Dr. Diane Roxborough. Thanks, everybody. It was so great. Good luck to all of you.
Thank you, Katie. That was so much information, but I learned so much from you, from Anna, from Linda. I am so honored to be presenting in behalf of my team leader, Princess Gomez. My name is Dr. Diane Roxborough. So let's go to our next game plan. So as soon as you achieve your senior manager, you want to make sure that you're in line with becoming a team leader. You know why? Because this is where the gateway to the leadership benefits and compensation. And of course, without a goal date, it will always be a dream, right? So you have to set your goal date and when do you want to start it? So you want to make sure that you have a game plan to achieve it. So, what are the qualifications to become a team leader? So, you can do this with 50,000 SP in the 5 most recent months, or some people have done it over a week or in a few weeks. But you also have to promote 3 senior managers in different separate legs. Why? Because now you will quadruple now your commissions 40%, and you are also being qualified to the team leader match and your open group for your team leader. So again, how do you become a team leader? You can achieve this not only with your sole efforts, but with your group efforts and your entire organization. Um, by the way, before I achieved this team leader, I was in the most critical point in my personal and career and business as well. So Katie had mentioned I was closing a business, but as well as I was finishing my doctoral program. Can you imagine? I have all the excuses to make it happen. But because I am teachable and coachable, so I always say, yes, show me the way and I'll do it. So I asked my team leader, how do I qualify? So you're going to have either 10,000 SP per month for the next 5 months or the 50,000 SP anytime in 5 months. You have to also promote or help 3 senior managers in separate legs. People are asking, should it be your personally enrolled distributor? No, it has. You can find those 3 senior managers in the separate legs in different generations as well. There's only you have to make sure that you can only count maximum of 50% from that one group or one leg. And of course, there is a maintenance of 10,000 SP per month. For you to trigger now, instead of 3 customers from senior managers, you have to have 5 active customer orders for that month to trigger your commissions. You want to always have your team leader commissions because, as I've said, you have 4 or quadruple your base commission to 40%. Why 50%? Because you're also qualified if you achieve the top retailer bonus. So, as Katie had mentioned, if you have a 2,000 SP from your retail customers or product sales with 20 active customers, lifetime customers, you get additional 5%. You really want to get that, right? But if you are a rock star like Katie, like Linda, like Anna, you got to get that full 10%, right? So that means that you gonna have total of 50% of that retail customer sales. We've been heard and we've been taught that the team leader is the gateway to the real stuff. You wanna now, you're unlocking now the generational leadership match. for up to 10 to 40% on 3 generations. And of course, you also qualify yourself with the 6 levels of Unilevel by just having your own personal production of 1,000 SP and of course 10 lifetime customers. Now, with your personal order rebate program, meaning like your personal order, as a team leader now, you increase your commissions. So 50% goes to your commission with the cash, and 50% goes to Riemann dollar. So 20% cash and 20% Riemann dollar rebate. You know, the next illustration, I know, I promise you, this is busy, but this is very, very good. If we can go back to the previous slide. So it says here that how much as a team leader is getting. So you have a base of 40% for your customer commissions, right? But now you are unlocking the unlimited team leader open group commissions from 5 to 25%. It doesn't matter how many levels. So what does that mean? So if you are a team leader, you get 40%, correct? And you have a planner, they get the 10% commissions. Now the difference of 40% to their 10% is 30%. That's how much you are making for that person's personal production. Now, if you have a manager, they are getting 20% and you are getting 40%. So the difference of 20 and 40 is 20%. That's how much team leader commissions are getting from that. Again, it's unlimited team leader open group commission. You want to get paid on your entire organization. So for those of you that are senior manager right now, you want to really like speed up and take advantage of this team leader game plan. And this is for a lot of people. This is the gateway for them to even the potential of having full-time income. And yes, you are correct that some of them even like surpass like a full-time doctor, lawyers, or entrepreneurs income because of this. So if you have also senior managers, so they get 30%, and the difference of that will be 10%. So, and as soon as you promote a team leader, and now the company is giving you the generational match, right? So if it's a first generation team leader, you're gonna get 40%. And if that person also promote another team leader under them, it doesn't matter how many generations that or levels that occurs after, but you're gonna get the 20% on that second generation team leader, and then 10% on the third generation team leader. Okay, how do we do this? As Katie said, senior manager is the building block of your Riemann business. So what is the fastest way to get to team leader? Is to promote as many senior managers in your team. So again, it's like 10,000 SP per month for the next rolling 5 months, or you can achieve this 50,000 SP anytime in 5 months. And you have to remember the requirement that you have to have 3 senior managers in a separate leg. The key of this team leader game plan is really duplicating the senior managers. And that is really the key to become a team leader. I hope I inspire you to really put it into action. We still have 70 days before the end of the year. If I can do it in the middle of closing a business, in the middle of finishing a doctoral program, in the middle of traveling and working full time with kids, husband, and all of that, and grieving for something that's dear to me, you can too. So the next person is one of the top directors in Riemann. He is an industry legend with over 30 years of experience. He's growing massively in Asia and North America. Please help me welcome Director Tommy Lee from Hawaii.
Hey, aloha. How's it going? Thanks, Dr. Diane. We really appreciate you as well as all of our iconic leaders here. in Remon for just pouring into all of us. Such an honor for me to be on this orientation. And I want to send a warm aloha to every single one of you guys that just joined the Remon family. And my job is to kind of wrap it all up and sum it all up for you guys, and so that we can get from where we are to where we want to go. If you can really just understand that these weekly orientations are your GPS navigation to get all the way, to navigate all the way to the top of the Remon compensation plan. And it's just follow the leader. So we're so lucky to have such amazing leaders. I mean, guys, look at their skin. They're just glowing, shining, beautiful, gorgeous. And then now you're stuck with me. So with that being said, I want to get right into my topic as we wrap things up. Is when it comes to promoting events and really just understanding that all we do really is just, we're never alone, whatever it is, whether it's this Zoom call or a K-pop or a convention or whatever it may be, just never be alone. Always be showing up with more and more people, as many people as you can, and you're going to start having a success with this wonderful business. Okay. And so when it comes to launching our business, we want to really treat that launch document well, and with high priority, because you only got one shot at coming out of the starting block, if you will. If you look at any time you launch anything, whether it's a 787 Dreamliner or a rocket going into outer space, it takes a lot of energy. I mean, a Dreamliner will spend 60-70% of its fuel just taking off and getting to 30,000 feet. But once it's there, it takes very little fuel to keep it at 30,000 feet. Same thing with a rocket. It can use up to 95% of its fuel just breaking the Earth's gravity. But once it's in orbit in outer space, it takes little to no energy to just navigate up there in orbit. So as we launch our business, I want you guys to really focus on following these leaders' advice and getting this document and sitting down with an upline executive and somebody that's been through it a few times, and they can help you set up your very first few K pop-ups. Okay. And a K pop-up is just a meeting time where we can show and present somebody this business opportunity, and as well as let them try the product. I'm a firm believer in saying that, hey, you got to eat your own dog food, right? Like I believe in the Costco sample. People try it. If you go shopping with when a empty stomach, and you try a snack or something at Costco, and they're like, oh, that's really good. Oh, aisle 13, sir. It's same thing with this product though. When people get real results and they immediately feel their skin feel cleaner and better and healthier and more vibrant, there's no replacement for that. I mean, I could watch videos all day long on somebody's Facebook or IG or Instagram, and in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, they doctored that. That's a filter. Oh, that's AI. But when they're physically sitting there, there's just no replacement for that. We also want to make a list. Whoever has the biggest list wins. LIST stands for Life Income Starts Today. After 30 years of being in this industry, I learned not to judge. I followed my mentors and said, hey, you know what? People you think are going to do really well and they're going to explode this business, a lot of times they don't do it. And somebody that you would never in 100 million years, they're too wealthy, they're too busy, they're a doctor, they're an engineer, they already make multiple six-figure income, they don't need to make money. And those are the very people that recognize the opportunity and run with it. Okay, so what I like to tell brand new planners is that, hey, what if I gave you a $100 bill, a crispy $100 bill for every single name and email or name and phone number you could write here and list it for me? How many would that be? They wouldn't stop all night. They'd be, going through pens and pencils all night long, just creating a list of 1,000 people. Well, treat it that way. Treat it that way, because if you went through that many people on 1,000-person list, your chances of making that kind of income, I'm telling you guys, is very real if you stick to the system and make your list massive. Okay. And so we also want to set up and never miss an orientation. Make sure that you, as well as people that join your team, got it stamped in their calendar and you're there with them, and be there with them and check up on them and make sure that they don't miss this wealth of information that we have every Tuesday. Thursdays are presentations. Unwrapping the box and just letting somebody who's more of a veteran or documented or credible in our business to help you to explain this business for you. It doesn't get much more powerful than that. And finally, guys, you got to make a commitment, right? What comes first, the commitment or the success? You know, at a very young age, even at 17 years old, I learned this probably in the first week of being in this industry. You always got to commit first. You know, we live in a microwave oven world. Everybody wants now, 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 but that's just not the way the universe works. Could you imagine if we went to the gym and I said, well, I want to be buff first. I want to be toned first. And if I'm toned first, then I'll go sign up and pay for the gym membership. Then I'll go get all the clothes for lifting in the gym. Then I'm going to go over there and sweat and buy all the supplements and the protein and do my stretching. And then, of course, you know, it's going to happen for me. Same thing with work. You never hear in life, first, I want the high paying job and the degree. And if I get it, then I'm going to go apply for college. Then I'm going to go pay the tuition. Then I'm going to show up to school and study hard and take the midterms. It doesn't work that way. And it's the same thing, ladies and gentlemen, with your skin. You can't say, I want to have nice skin first, and then I'm going to go buy the product. And then I'm going to spend the 5 or 10 or 20 minutes a day to apply that product religiously, guys. So the only time really that success comes before the work is in the dictionary, right? So it's not hard to commit to this business. Why? Because number one, we're truly, genuinely having fun. Number two, we're getting real results. Number three, we're helping so many people to look better, feel better, and even change their finances, make some serious money. And four, it's long-term, it's residual. See, I gotta just share with you guys, there's a big difference between a fad and a trend. Like, we all know what fads are. Fads are like yo-yos. They come and go, right? Fads are slap bracelets. You know, I'm not sure even Labubu, right? You know how hot those little dolls are. They were cute and stuff. But you know what? Last month, they lost $13 billion. I don't think that's here a long time. Maybe we'll see. But what is a trend? A trend, and write this down, is the letter K. My favorite letter in the entire alphabet, because you start right now with K anything, K-pop, K-drama, right? K-beauty. As soon as you say K, people are like, huh, what? And it's not a fad. K-pop has been building since the 1990s. You know, it's a long-term development. You can have calculus on it. It grows, and you can base business models off of big trends like anime and Pokemon, right? K-drama, it's been building for decades. It's huge on Netflix and Amazon Prime and all of these streaming. It's huge, huge billion-dollar industries. And K-beauty, or even beauty and cosmetics itself, soon to be a trillion-dollar industry, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what? Within the cosmetic industry, skincare, which grew every single year, even throughout COVID, the fastest growing space, the fastest growing sector is K-beauty at 11 to 13% per year. And then within that space where you got the number one, see, I just came from spending 2 weeks in the Philippines, and we promoted hard for those events, and the payoff was huge. And everyone in Philippines that was there, you saw online, guys, everyone's excited, beyond excited. That would be an understatement. 34% of skincare sold in the Philippines goes to a Korean company. And now the number one Korean company, or Korean K-beauty company, is open in Philippines. Next is Japan. In 2024, 120% growth of Korean skincare, 30% of every sale, of every yen spent on skincare goes to a Korean company. And starting next month, we're going to be opening up into Japan. And I love going to Japan because I just love eating Japanese food, right? But guys, just being able to take advantage of what's about to happen globally, okay, with Europe, UK opening up, followed by Italy and Spain and Ireland and Latin America with Peru and Colombia and Chile. Guys, we are in for the ride of our life. And if you want to have a global business, all you got to do is think globally, but act locally, and treat this document with high respect and priority. So really quickly, as we finish up here, a couple of promotions that are happening. If you haven't already registered, okay, for our Long Beach event next year, that thing is going to sell out, guys, end of February, early March. So make sure you take care of that. Congratulations to every single one of you that qualified for the Jeju Island excursion, where You get to go all the way to Korea and then to Jeju Island and then to walk through the smart farm and eat some giant byungpool and be pampered, to sit in the spa in our energy water and then have an entire gallon of byungpool extract and bathe in it like Cleopatra for 20 minutes. Are you kidding me? Guys, it's going to be the time of your life. And also our first Asia convention on October 31st. That's going to be huge. For those of you guys that can send friends to take advantage of that, that's going to be great. But here in October, if you enrolled, if you're a brand new planner, please take advantage of this. This is gravy on the loco moco, we call it on Hawaii, the cherry on your sundae. But if you enrolled in October, just by generating 1,000 SP with your personal volume between you and your customers, you can go out there and earn an extra $100 in product credit. Perfect for the Christmas time and Black Friday sales, right? I promise you guys, we go crazy during Christmas. Everybody I know is getting shampoo, conditioner, body wash, body lotion, cleansers for Christmas, because guess what? That's the gift that's going to turn around and turn into customers and sales. If you go out there and achieve the rank of manager within a month, okay, you signed up in October, boom, extra $250 product credit, and of course, senior manager $500 credit. So take advantage of this. When it comes to those before and after pictures, I don't want to reiterate with what our leaders have already shared with you, but always, guys, take very good day one pictures of everyone and those that you share this product with, because you can't go back in time. And I can't tell you how powerful taking a good before and after picture for everyone is, because even if they don't sign up as your next planner or team leader, but you send it to them that night or the next day, guess what they're doing at work? Guess what they're doing at their next family party? They're saying, hey, I went to this thing called a K-pop-up and look, this is me. And they're promoting the business, right, for you and the product, whether they became a planner or not, okay? So we've got a system in place here, gang. You know, obviously we have a robust website and back office. The Drive is going to have all of those necessary documents, tools, videos, business cards, all the things that you need to equip yourself to have success. Make sure you get together with a leader, somebody that enrolled you, get together with somebody that you can hold hands with, and just know you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. And know what events are coming up this week. You know, we have one this Thursday. We have a presentation with Mr. Scott Allen, okay, and Miss Rosa Ann. We have iconic leaders that we're so blessed to be able to learn from, and people that have kind of blazed the trail, if you will, and set the path and the system for us and made a lot of very painful mistakes being a pioneer. And then now we get to not repeat those mistakes and just be coachable and learn and do what they do, like monkey see, monkey do business, follow the leader. Simon says, whatever you want to call it, gang, just do what they do. Because if you find success in life, you define it, everything that needs to be done or said or do to become successful, it's already been done before. It's already been said before. All you've got to do, in the words of Mr. Danny Bay, is simple. You've got to find somebody successful and do what they do and go where they go and say what they say, and you're going to get what they got. And next week, Tuesday's orientation is another star-studded, iconic leader orientation. And guess what? Our very own president of sales, Mr. Danny Bay, who I've had the honor and blessing to work with for over 20 years. Guys, I've been in this industry 31 years. And there's only one Mr. Danny Bay. There's no one like him. I'm not saying that just to pump him up because he's my friend. His track record of every country, everything he's done in this industry, numbers don't lie. And we are so lucky to be under the direction of such a phenomenal human being in every part of his his being. He's just an amazing gentleman. So I want to thank all of you guys for tuning in. I want to thank all of our leaders for really just pouring your hearts out into everybody and sharing with us your valuable knowledge and wisdom about how we can just plug into this system and at the right time with an amazing vehicle. I think Mr. Steve Hyun, the national director, put it best. He says, this is a certain vehicle in uncertain times. And we've all had scary stories happen to us during the pandemic, throughout life, physically, financially, health-wise, family and job. But you know what, guys? We have a vehicle here that we all together as a team, we can build this and make Remon literally the next multi-billion-dollar top cosmetic skincare company on planet Earth. And we're so excited that you're a part of it. So thanks for tuning in. We will see you guys next week, Tuesday. Make sure you have lots of new planners on your team. Have wonderful K-pop-ups this week, guys. Take care. God bless. And aloha from Hawaii. Woohoo!